Hey guys, Andrew Bennett here with Core Housing Solutions, and I wanted to show you this Incinerator toilet. I have our solar expert Pete here. We've been actually rigging up a house today, completely off grid to take up to DC, and Pete brought us one of these Incinerator toilets. So we're going to kind of tell you a little bit about it. Tell us a little bit about it, Pete.
Well, the Incinerator, this particular brand is made in the USA, and it is ideal for locations that are remote, that don't lend itself to feasibly digging a septic system or treatment plant, or areas that are just for people that want to be a little more green with their lifestyle.
Be green with their poop.
Green with their green. Exactly, but the Incinerator, as the name implies, actually incinerates the waste, and about once a week there's a tray in the bottom where everything is turned completely to ash.
Just pull this out?
It's pulled out, you just give it a tug from the bottom.
Oh, from the bottom.
Yeah.
Obviously not doing it right.
It's not dainty, you can pull it.
Oh, okay.
And
oh, like
go.
that.
And then there's a tray
Gotcha.
on the bottom.
So do you have to release it?
Should be just an easy little lever.
Oh, I see. I make everything difficult.
You do.
So you
that's
have
all
this.
it is, and that will contain for a family of 4 about a week's worth of waste.
Really?
In a small container, yes.
So how are these ashes? I mean, what can you do with these? Are they dangerous? Do we need to be concerned about a biohazard or what?
They are not a biohazard by any means, but it's not recommended to use them strictly in your vegetable gardens on your tomatoes.
Okay. Cool. So, and then that's all, this is kind of heavy, but, so I assume it's well insulated.
It's well insulated. The entire unit is. It incinerates waste under some pretty intense heat for about an hour per flush.
Okay.
And as I said, you can use the unit immediately after somebody else, push the flush button again.
Immediately, you don't have to wait the hour.
You don't have to wait the hour. You can go.
Does it just extend the burn time or whatever?
Exactly, extends the burn time.
Cool. So this unit here runs about $2,000, right? Retail price on it?
Correct, yeah.
So that's actually way better than some of the other stuff I've seen on other companies. So I see there's a liner in here, right? Kind of like a...
There's a liner. The liner goes into the stainless steel unit, and after you have used the liner, there's a lever on your side. You push with your foot.
Okay.
And it will drop everything down into the incinerating pan that you pulled out.
So everything, what can go in here? And what, I guess more importantly, what cannot go in here? So you don't have to separate your urine, you don't have to...
You don't. You do need to use a liner with every use, whether it's just urination.
Yeah, otherwise it all sticks to this stainless steel. So it's basically just to keep it clean.
That's correct.
Right.
Keep it clean, and it all drops very neatly and folds into the bottom, into the incinerating pan, and everything is completely incinerated to an ash.
So I know, here are some of the questions that I've gotten about these. Is there a smell?
There is no. It's absolutely odorless. There's no smell. There's a fan on the back that actually goes to the outside of the building.
So it then draws air through and then to the outside, so
Correct.
none of the smell can stay inside.
It actually is far more sanitary from that standpoint than the
So as long as that stack is going up above,
it can go up, it can go down, it can go straight out.
Oh, really? Yeah, I have a friend that actually has this exact same model. He's had it for a few years, and he swears by it. He says it works perfect, never has an issue, never has smell or anything. So you can throw, I know people are going to ask like feminine products, all that stuff. They can just go in here. I mean, it literally is like cremation, right?
Right, and just about anything. No metal products or objects or anything like that.
Explosives, no.
That's correct. Anything that is organic that will burn can go in.
Okay, so what kind of a power draw does this have?
This has a 2,000 watt power draw for about an hour. So a dedicated 20 amp circuit is what it needs. This will...
Just a 110?
Just a 110.
20 amp circuit. So probably, it sounds to me it draws about the same as one of our window air conditioner units overall.
It does. A window air conditioning unit, or if you use a
space heater,
or even some hair dryers or a microwave, it doesn't use any more
wow.
than that.
See, that's impressive. because now that fits within the parameters of the 30 amp and 50 amp tiny house service typically, right?
That's right.
Cool.
Now, the one thing that this does not work well is you mentioned solar earlier. This is a standard solar generation cannot run this thing. In fact, the manufacturer advises do not run it on solar.
Yeah, they actually told me that when I called them. They're like, oh, you just can't run it on solar. And then we met you guys, and you've got a pretty unique system.
We do. Our system is patented, and we create with our solar pure sine wave power.
Right.
And with that, it's delicate enough to not harm your finest electronics.
Right.
But it also is the only type of power from a solar standpoint that will actually operate these toilets.
See, that was impressive. Now, just so you guys know, we are setting up one of these in one of our houses. We've been invited up to Washington, D.C. to show our house for 5 days on the mall. Ben Carson will be joining us there. I'll be speaking on stage. Me, Zach Giffen, a bunch of people you'll recognize in the tiny house industry. But they only invited 11 innovative housing companies all together, and only 2 tiny house companies, and we were one of them. So a huge honor. And then when you guys called, you and Mark called and said, hey, listen, if you're going up there, let's kit out, you know, one of your houses. And we've been wanting to do one of these anyway, right? So we can show it.
Yeah.
So, and I tell you what, installing this with you today, it's not taking us long. I mean, we're only 1 day into it. It'll be done by the end of the day.
Sure.
Installing the whole system. As you said, you have a patent on it. And looking at it, we were looking at some of the wiring earlier, and it seems a little bit complicated if you're not used to that kind of thing, but for guys like us to work with it, I was like, man, this is pretty straightforward stuff. And anyway, wanted to show you guys this toilet. This incinerator has been the one that is available. You said it's made in the U.S., so that's fantastic. And I mean, we really know our stuff here in the U.S. So yeah, we've installed a few of these. It's really cool to be able to get one now. We're going to actually prove that it can run on solar. This is going to be exciting. Have any questions, leave some comments, like our page, follow us, and we'll get as much good stuff and useful things out to you as we can. We love you guys, and tiny on. Hey guys, so just as a quick recap, so the brand of the toilet is Incinerator. It's about $2,000. It runs on a 20 amp outlet, 120 volt, so no need for extra superpower. And it has a liner in it, so you can put all your waste in there. You don't have to separate anything. You can put everything in there, and it'll just go down and it'll incinerate. It doesn't require any special plumbing. There's a vent that takes the smell out, so we don't have the odors. Works great. We've been putting them in a few of our houses. This is what we're going to use in our off-grid model, and I'll put some links in the description. And have a good day. Hey, Pete.
Hey, Andrew. How's it going? Going well. How are you?
Good. Here.
Have a neat day. I will.
Hey, Mark. How's it going?
Hey, Andrew. What's up?
Here, you need this.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, hey, Cameron.
Hey! I didn't see you there.
Here.
Thank you. It's not on. You're okay.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Andrew.
Here.
It's okay, I got this.
Oh, Lord, I gotta go!
Oh!
Already. Andrew, Dad, come on. Not again.